Could these accounts remind the same cataclysms found in myths of lost continents like Atlantis? And finally, consider Thoth, the Egyptian deity of wisdom. Could his arrival in ancient Egypt, in the land of Chem, symbolize a refugee for global catastrophe survivors and the foundation for a new era of civilization? I propose a timeline for the event between 70,000 and 36,000 BCA, blending myth with science. Now let's focus the last Pleistocene, marked by glacial activity and the Toba supervolcano eruption, created an unstable environment. Figures like Thoth and his followers may have migrated to stable regions like Chem, seeking a refuge and preserving knowledge from widespread destruction, and in time it influenced the dynastic Egyptian myth. Following their integration, the major construction projects like the megalithic structures underneath the Giza Plateau and the pyramids likely began. And this framework bridges ancient myth and scientific evidence, offering a new perspective on our planet's remote history and past civilizations' legacy. Some ancient texts seen as myth might preserve distant memories of real historical events. For instance, the Edfu texts describe an advanced civilization destroyed by a catastrophe. Do they point to unknown cultures thriving between 75 and 70,000 before Christ, an era beyond conventional history? The myth of the arrival of Thoth in Chem could symbolize the resettlement of survivors, custodians of lost knowledge, who laid foundations for a new human epoch. In my opinion, that fragment of myth preserved ancient memories of historical transformations that shaped our ancient civilization. Could this be the era of gods among men in ancient Egypt, guiding nomadic peoples to settled societies? Was this when Amenti was built, with its 12 sacred compartments as described in the Egyptian Book of Death? Furthermore, was this the epoch of the divine conflict between Osiris and Set, culminating in the Battle of Heliopolis and Set's defeat? Mythological narrative like the Book of Death offer compelling answer. It recounts the war among the gods, with Set attacking Heliopolis for dominion. The gods defend the sacred land, and this marks the beginning of the Zep Tepi, the first time, an epoch of divine presence and renewal. Central to this is the battle for the control over the shafts of Horus in Heliopolis, where Osiris transfers authority to Horus. But when all this happened? According to the Orion correlation theory, that I believe is one of the most important theory of the last decades, proposed by Robert Bauval, because it is the first, in my opinion, scientific analysis of the ancient myth through advanced model of investigation, multidisciplinary model of investigation. The OCT, anyway, has limitation because it focuses only on the main Giza monuments, potentially missing a global design, and excludes alignment from more remote epoch like the Zep Tepi, adhering to conventional human evolution timelines. What if these assumptions are incorrect? Bauval identifies the spring equinox of 10,500 BC, the age of the lion, as key due to the Sphinx leonine appearance, connecting it to the Leo constellation.